Today, we've got the console Rust patch that might just save the console edition Rust from its last patch. That's right, the bugs might finally be going away with this one, but before we get into it, I've got to ask, how are all of you doing? Because honestly, I'm not doing so great. I'm a little bit frustrated. I've been working on this PC, and it's not going my way. I ordered DDR5 RAM when I needed DDR4 because I got the motherboard wrong, and there's just, I've got a problem with details. It's ADHD, I guess, but I've got a problem with details, and it's acting up. It's got me in a bind, and I'm having some issues with work and everything like that. It's been a tough one. But if you want to help me out, please hit the subscribe button. And since you guys don't want to be brought down into the depths, let's talk about the patch, which is hopefully going to be better than my last week. But again, the week might be better if you hit subscribe, so please feel free. Going into the patch, this is for the staging branch. It's likely to come out for the main branch in the next couple days. So this would be patch 1.21. Gameplay. Rockets fired by Bradley APC and the attack helicopter now move at the correct speed. Reduce the distance that it takes for scientists to stop being aggressive towards players. So this is really good for those of you who say scientists at the oil rig are OP, and I'm not saying that because I don't think the scientists are. They're definitely way overpowered. Scientists will no longer continue shooting at killed players who respawn nearby and out of sight. Scientists will no longer target players out of their range. Remove collision from the debris and destroyed barrels. Throwing items at shallow angles will no longer disappear. Okay, so that's all good. Items. Timed explosives no longer disappear when thrown at objects. That is amazing. Hopefully that means they will no longer be silenced as well. Reduce the flashing effect when firing a weapon with hollow sight attachment at night. Swapping one item of clothing with another when the inventory is full can no longer cause the original item to be lost. Fixed an issue that could cause incinerate. You guys know what I'm saying. Ammo to continue to damage killed players after they respawn. Also, we put that word in there to make Serial Overdrive look stupid. Thanks, D11. That last part I added in case you couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I don't know why I can't say incendiary. I think I got it right that time. Anyways, partial fix for sheet metal building blocks appearing completely white from a distance. Frog boots are back in the clothing section of the crafting menu. So that's great. Those of you who love your frog boots, they're back, so frog it up. Players can no longer clip through floors or ceilings by using a wooden ladder. Multiple wooden ladders can no longer be deployed on top of each other. Partial fix for black shadows on ceilings when campfire is lit. Driving a boat no longer triggers auto-equip for the active hotbar slot when auto-equipped is turned on in the options menu. So one question I've got about this is they mentioned timed explosives, but what about all the satchel charge bugs that we've had? Because while the timed explosives bug is bad, they disappear, they still do damage to the wall. If they didn't do anything for the sound of the timed explosives and they didn't do anything for satchel charges disappearing, not making a sound, and being unable to retrieve them when they are duds, then this whole patch is a flop in my opinion, because messing up rating for Rust is a big deal I think in everyone's opinion, messing up rating is a big deal. I think I can say that as a statement. So hopefully they just left this out or it's somewhere further in the patch notes, but if they didn't fix those issues, we still have some big problems in my opinion. Monuments. Fixed players being able to clip through vents at various monuments. Fixed force crouch at cargo ship, dome, and water treatment plant. So that's really good. We're no longer going to be going up and down like you know what. Fixed an issue causing players to clip through ceilings on the cargo ship. Players are no longer blocked from traveling through the vents at the launch site. Players can now only sleep for up to 30 minutes inside a safe zone, then they are automatically killed. That's good, I guess. The small oil refinery at Outpost can be used to make low-grade fuel again. Fix textured issues at airfield. So one thing I do wonder is if this small oil refinery fix is going to be applied to other oil refineries that were broken, because to the best of my knowledge, the oil refineries at a lot of monuments don't currently work. If it's just Outpost that they fixed, I'd be very surprised because I think this bug would affect all of them, but it's interesting that they only mentioned Outpost. UI. Fixed an issue with death screen map, soft locking the game. So this is where you got to close the game, I think, and log back into the game. That's a huge issue, especially on wipe day when players are trying to just bite it up, they die, they can't respawn in, they've got to get out, then they've got to wait in the queue. But the good news at least, is that queue goes pretty fast because other players are getting the issue. Fixed an issue with the in-game map, preventing the UI from being interactable. So this might be the bug too. I don't know. There's a lot of map bugs here fixed, and I think they all might be related to the whole issue we're having. The demolish option is now grayed out on the Hammer's building/upgrade menu after 10 minutes. Instead of being hidden, this ensures the menu options are always in the same position. That's actually really good for people who use muscle memory for that sort of thing. I've got a little bit of it going, and I see what they're saying there. The death screen no longer shows the wrong information when you are killed by a scientist or a bandit. Bandit. Geez, I'm mispronouncing words all over the place here. Fixed an issue that soft locked the tech tree. I didn't know about that, but that's not a good one. The map icon for locked crate now disappears when the crate has been looted or when it disappears. Fixed various text localization issues. And that is the patch that they released to the staging branch of the console edition of Rust. Based on the votes, based on what everybody's saying in the staging Discord, it looks like this patch will be moving forward to the main branch, and it looks like it's going to be moving forward fairly quickly. This is obviously good news, but I am a little bit worried by the fact that they haven't mentioned anything about those satchel charges and whether those are going to be fixed. And they didn't mention anything about some of these oil refinery bugs and some of the other bugs that players are running into being fixed at all. I'm hoping that it's just oversight on their part. They just dumped a bunch of fixes into the staging branch, and there's actually more stuff going on there that has been the case in the past. So it's likely that they just missed these things. And if you're listening to this, D11, I know a few of you do, maybe put that into the main patch notes, because, then people don't have to worry about it. Personally, I haven't gone onto the staging branch to test any of this out, so I can't tell you if it is or isn't fixed. Maybe some other Rust console YouTubers have had the chance. If you have, feel free to promote your video down below. Literally, just post down below. Say, I've tested it out. This is how it works. Maybe make a video about it. I'll pin the comment. People go to your video. Hopefully, it'll help you get some traction. I'm always about helping the community. And yeah, I've just been busy building this, cool PC, I think. I needed it for editing. I'm not leaving the console edition of Rust, but it's gonna look pretty sick. We're gonna be able to do some themed stuff with it, just to sneak peek. And hopefully I'm gonna be using it to make better videos with more subtitles and everything like that. But first, I've got to figure out how to fix an AIO that seems to be broken. And I've got to actually figure out how to install Windows, which I thought would be easy. I've done it a million times, and somehow all my USB sticks are acting up right now. Yeah, thanks for listening to the rambling at the end. If you enjoyed that little bit, that look into the frustration that has been my life, make sure you comment down below too, because I might do this in more videos. I wouldn't mind doing this in patch updates and stuff like that. Makes a little bit of the real world, at least for me, in with the real world for D11 and people who are no-lifing Rust. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. As always, until next time, peace.